episode 4 of the Cherry Bakewell Diaries. Today we're going to be making Victoria's sponge, and it's a very simple recipe. It's an all-in-one recipe. All my sponge cakes are just all in one, so it's very simple. So I'll go and get all the ingredients ready and we'll see you back in a minute. So I've got all the ingredients ready. What I use is 8 ounces, which is 225 grams of the soft margarine, which is the one you get in a tub. I find that if you use butter, you get not quite such a light sponge. I find it's a lighter sponge if you use the tub margarine. That's my preference. So 8 ounces, which is 225 grams of the margarine, and then we want the same amount of castor sugar. So 8 ounces of castor sugar, which is 225 grams. And then we've got 4 eggs. 4 eggs, and I literally just put everything in the bowl and mix it all in one go, which is called the all-in-one method. And that's the easiest way to do a Victoria's sponge. In fact, all my sponges I do as an all-in-one, the majority of them, because I find they come out best all the time. But lighter sponge, and you haven't got to keep mixing in between additions. So after the 4 eggs, we have 8 ounces of self-raising flour, which is 225 grams. So it's all equal quantities. So 8 ounces, 225 grams. And then we've got a teaspoon and a half of baking powder. Now be careful when you do your baking powder. If you heat the spoon up too much, the cake will sink in the middle. So you need to do what I call a rounded teaspoon. So I'll just show you. So it's like the same on the top as the bottom. You can see that. So a rounded teaspoon, so 1.5 of baking powder, and then we want a teaspoon of vanilla extract, that goes in, and then we want a tablespoon of milk, just a tablespoon of milk, and then that's it, that's all the ingredients done. And then we just mix it all together and put it in the tins. So I've mixed it together. I did that off camera because it's quite noisy, so I didn't want to make too much noise. So I've whisked it all together with the electric whisk, so it's all nice and light and creamy and fluffy. And then that goes in to 2 8-inch tins, 8-inch sandwich tins. Now a little tip I'll give you with the liners. I use the cake liners, but if you buy the 8-inch cake liners to go with the 8-inch tin, they're too big, so you get lots of gathers around the outside which make indents in the cake and doesn't make it look very nice. So I buy the size smaller. This is a 7-inch cake liner with an 8-inch tin, and then what you do is you put it in the middle, you put your hand in the middle of the tin and you run your finger around the outside like that to make it fit. See, so it fits perfectly. And do the other one. Put your hand in the middle, run your finger around the outside to make it fit the tin. And you'll find you get a nicer cake with that. And then it's literally just a case of putting half in one tin and half in the other. This is the first cake my mum taught me how to do. And it's the easiest cake you'll ever do. In fact, all my sponges, whatever sponge I do, the majority of the sponges I do are an all-in-one mixture, because you literally just put everything in the bowl and mix it all together. And you'll find it will work the same every time. So you smooth that all out. Same with that one. go. And then that goes into a preheated oven, gas mark 5, which is 190 degrees centigrade. And they bake for exactly 25 minutes. Okay, so you'll know when it's cooked after 25 minutes. If you just slightly press the centre of your cake, if it springs back up, then it's cooked. Or another way of doing it is if you stick a skewer into the centre, if it comes out clean, or a knife, if it comes out clean, then it's done. But 25 minutes should be plenty of time. And if you come back after it's cooked, I'll show you how we finish it. Hi, so the Victoria sponge is cooked, and the traditional Victoria sponge is strawberry or raspberry jam through the middle with castor sugar on the top. I personally don't like castor sugar because I find it a bit too crunchy, so I put icing sugar on the top. And I like buttercream with mine as well, so I put buttercream in the middle. So I've made some buttercream, which is 2 ounces of butter, which is about 56 grams. It's about 28 grams per ounce. So it's about 56 grams of butter and 3 ounces of icing sugar. Mix those together, spread that over the top, and then you want your strawberry jam. Well, you can use strawberry or raspberry. I like strawberry. Spread your strawberry jam over the top of the buttercream. And as I say, I have made these with fresh whipped cream as well and strawberries for a special occasion, so that's quite nice as well. So it's entirely up to you. You can put buttercream on the top if you want to. You can do it however you want. Once you've got your basic sponge, you can do it how you want. So you just put the other sponge on the top, like that. And then I just like to sprinkle a little bit of icing sugar on the top. So there's your Victoria sponge. Looks good enough to eat, doesn't it? So next week I'll be talking to you about my children's storybooks. I've written 2 children's story and recipe books, and they have got 7 short stories in each one, and they've all got recipes in as well. And in the first book, Cherry Bakewell Stories from My Kitchen, Victoria sponge is in that book. So if you want to have a look on Amazon, they're available on there. But I'll talk to you about those next week. And then in future episodes, I think we'll do maybe some chocolate recipes, maybe some brownies or something like that. But we'll see where we go from there. So enjoy your Victoria sponge, and I'll see you on episode 5. Bye.